currently still unbeaten with Manchester City, and I want to keep it that way. Let's just take it and hope for the best. Sergio Aguero slots it not away. Found the space. Musa, what a save by Joe Hart. And we've won 2-1. Get him, boys. We're underway, first versus second, the biggest game of the season so far. Goal for Arsenal. Good one out of absolutely nowhere. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Manchester City career mode. This is going to be a huge episode. Finally, the transfer window is going to come around, and we're going to make some big changes at this club. I'm going to change everything, if I can. I've spoken with Pep about our plans. We talked about it before. We're not changing our way of doing things. We are going to have a massive overhaul in the January transfer window. The old players will be getting out. We'll be bringing some world-class players in. I haven't quite decided or found out who we're going to go for just yet, but we'll see who's available and what we can do. I will play the game against Liverpool first, though, and then simulate the game against Burnley, Derby, and potentially play the game against Everton if we have enough time. Maybe we'll have too many transfers in between. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't figured that out, but hopefully we can get through a few solid weeks in today's episode. The first game, though, is against Liverpool. We're still 5 points clear in the league thanks to that draw against Arsenal. We have to start beating big teams now. We're still in the Champions League. We're going to face Bayern in a couple of weeks or maybe months. So we need the practice against big teams, and I expect us to beat teams like Liverpool and Arsenal. We didn't beat Arsenal. We've got a second chance. It's Liverpool away from home. Welcome to Anfield for the game Liverpool against Manchester City. The league leaders will be expected to have a tough task here away from home against Liverpool. They're currently in 7th, needing the points more than we do. If they win, they get closer to that top 4. If we win, we stay 5 points clear of Chelsea, who've already played their game and won, and potentially Arsenal as well if they beat their opponents. Let's take a look at the lineups. And here we go, the Liverpool lineup. Loris Karius in net. The main player I'm looking at is Luis Gustavo, the new transfer. I don't know where Coutinho is. Has Coutinho been sold? Potentially. I'm not sure what Jurgen Klopp was thinking when he let his best player go, but it is what it is. This is the Manchester City lineup, as strong as it can be. Joe Hart, Laporte, Company, and Otamendi in defence, Sterling, Gundogan, Silva, Sane, and De Bruyne, and Griezmann in the midfield, with Aguero, the sole striker, up front. We're underway, big game, hopefully a big performance. Gundogan into Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann out wide to Leroy Sane, who's put on the afterburners against Clavan. He turns back Sane into Aguero. Oh, what a shot, and what a goal by Sergio Kun Aguero. An early goal for Manchester City. We don't see that very often, especially against tough teams like Liverpool, but we have taken a fantastic, electrifying start to this fixture. What a goal by Aguero on his weak foot. Loris Karius left no chance. He's on 7 so far in the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne waiting for Raheem Sterling to make that run. Alberto Moreno has been done a madness, but he's recovered well. The Spanish left back. Still Manchester City on the ball here. Antoine Griezmann against William Carvalho. Another brilliant signing from Jurgen Klopp. Let's see what we can do with this one. David Silva on his right foot, and he scores. It's 2-0 Manchester City. What is going on? We have never been this good in a first half ever. Antoine Griezmann over the top, lovely ball into Raheem Sterling, who's made an absolute fool of Alberto Moreno again. Raheem Sterling slips through Antoine Griezmann, and it's 3-0. Manchester City are on absolute fire. What the hell is going on? I don't believe what I've just seen here, but we're 3-0 up inside half an hour at Anfield. Oh, so much space for Griezmann. What are they doing? Clavan is maybe going to pull him down. No, Griezmann is through, and he's just made it 4-0 with a cheeky chip. Do the hotline again. Do it as many times as you want, Griezmann. 4-0 against Liverpool. I feel like Jurgen Klopp must have had a serious talking to in the changing rooms at half-time, because the second half hasn't been half as good. That being said, Raheem Sterling could find Kevin De Bruyne, but he doesn't connect to it. That's probably your first chance of the second half, so definitely not as good as the first half, but you can't really expect that, can you? And there we go, that's the final whistle. We beat Liverpool 4-0 away from home. The second half, we took the foot off the gas a little bit, but that being said, it still was a fantastic all-round performance by Manchester City. I think we gave them one chance where they hit the post. Other than that, we were all over them. There is one player who contributed to 3 goals in total. That means goals and assists combined, and that is Antoine Griezmann. And purely because of that, I'm going to give it to him. Antoine Griezmann gets man of the match. And here we are, guys. It's the January transfer window. Business is about to get serious here at Manchester City. We've got a home game against Burnley. Absolutely no interest in playing that one. Rotating my side completely. Going to simulate the game. Hope for a win at least. I know I've rotated my side heavily for this one, but we're at home. Burnley, not the strongest team with all due respect. They drew against Man United in real life, which is a fantastic performance from them. 1 minute in, Thierry Ambrose. 6 minutes in, Goodmanson. And it's a 3-2 win. Kelechi Iheanacho with a brace. Brilliant work from the youngster. Let's just begin by adding all these players to the transfer lists. I know some of you may think it's a bit odd to get rid of your old players, but I've shown you why, and I've shown you the decline in physical stats. This FIFA, it's absolutely horrendous. It's worse than last year. So we need to get rid of these players before they lose their value and pace completely. David Silva has lost 5 or 6 agility and 4 pace or something over the years now. Well, over these months. So that's just not good enough. I'm listing everyone except Vincent Kompany. He may be 30, but he's still our leader and captain. Let me just tell you exactly what I'm planning to do here in this transfer window if possible. This is our starting 11 as you can see right now. The one player in this team that is on the transfer list is David Silva. David Silva is on his way out. Now the other player I'm looking to replace potentially is Leroy Sané. Now I'm not going to sell Sané, but if I can improve the player on that left mid position, then I will do so. Other than that, there's nothing in the starting 11 that's going to change too drastically. But to replace David Silva, that is something else. You need someone of world-class caliber. And these are some of the players I've listed. Now I know some of them aren't technically centre midfielders, but we can always drop back Kevin De Bruyne to centre midfield and play him next to Gundogan, and then play one of these three in a more attacking role or on the wings. But I'm not quite sure how I'm going to pull this off. Obviously, we need to sell a few players first to bring in the necessary funds to potentially sign one of these world-class players. So I've offered everything I have in the club right now, which is 50 million, plus David Silva for both Neymar and Messi. For Gareth Bale, I've offered Nolito instead because Silva is still worth 40 million and that would be overpaying for Gareth Bale. Let's just advance and hope some players can leave the club sooner rather than later. I have absolutely no interest in playing the cup game against Derby. It is the FA Cup and I want to do well, of course, but I'm rocking with my strongest possible side, not taking any risks. They've picked up 3 wins in a row in the Championship, so fair play to them. And it's a 1-0 win, there we go. Only narrowly beat them. Griezmann missing a pen as well. Obviously, Real Madrid and Barcelona have rejected all offers. It's not enough for Madrid. Barcelona at least have given me some sort of idea how much I need to pay for both of them. I don't think I have the funds right now, so we need to wait and be patient. I mean, Manchester United, what are you playing at? What are you doing? It's not for the right player, though. I'm not going to sell Aymeric Laporte. Not a chance. I'm going to change the plan slightly. Let's just move away from the top players in the world and go to the players that are a little bit below that, but still considered absolute world class. And those players are Riyad Mahrez, Eden Hazard and Alexis Sanchez. Similar players like Neymar, Bale and Messi, but just not quite at their level. A lot cheaper as well. I need to have a backup plan just in case, so I'm going to put in bids for these 3 as well. Now a transfer offer came in for Geronimo Rulli. I wasn't intending on selling him, but if we can get the funds in, and it doesn't look like any of the players are transfer listed are attracting anyone. Like Yaya Toure, David Silva, they should be getting bits every day, but nothing's happening. So 42 million for Rulli, and I guess that's all right. Manchester United can piss off with Antoine Griezmann. He's not gonna go to them. Wow. Okay. Arsenal have accepted 15 million plus David Silva. I'm gonna stall that. Obviously, Alexis Sanchez is the same rating as David Silva, but he's a couple of years younger, so that does help. Transfer offer for Nolito. Thank you, Sevilla. Yes, bring him back to Spain. I'm playing a dangerous game counter-offering, but 21.5 million, they should be matching that. 35 for Rulli. Joe Hart is my first choice. I need to be careful, but I'm going to do it. I want the money. Let's just bump it up to 50 million for Eden Hazard. We've got some funds coming in. Finally, the wheel is rolling, and we're going to see some stuff happen. We're entering the final 2 weeks of the window. Tournament prize money, that's good to know. Willy Caballero off to West Ham. Please get him out of here. I don't think I've got too many backup keepers left now that I'm selling Rulli. I'm selling Caballero, and Claudio Bravo is involved in the deal with Mahrez as well. So it looks like I may have to pick up a cheap backup goalkeeper, but that's fine. That's not a problem at all. We've got about 11 days remaining before the game against Spurs. Looks like I'm not going to be able to make the signings just in time. That being said, transfer offer for Claudio Bravo. Now they're coming in. Alright, Bayern Munich, you've got a bit of cash. Give me 28.5. 25 million plus Bravo has been accepted for Mahrez. Jesus Christ. Okay, they've matched Nolito. Geronimo Rulli has been sold. Oh, it's happening, boys. So as it stands right now, I can buy both Alexis Sanchez and Riyad Mahrez. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do that just yet. We're still in for Eden Hazard, who's obviously the best one out of the 3. But in case I do manage to pull Hazard, which I'm going to try as much as possible, then you're going to have to make the choice between either Alexis Sanchez or Riyad Mahrez. And those players will be played either on the wing or in the attacking midfield role. Just to let you know, Kevin De Bruyne is going to drop back to centre mid. It's interesting to see what's going to happen. Willy Caballero is gone. Youth development, nobody cares. Not right now, please. Obviously I have to play. I'm not going to simulate that one. We have a solid lead in the Premier League, and I want to keep it that way. This is a big game. This is probably a goodbye match for the likes of David Silva, so I want them to have a good send-off before he joins one of our rivals. It's interesting to see who's going to join Manchester City. Eden Hazard, Alexis Sanchez, Mahrez. I don't think I can get Bale, Neymar or Messi, but those other three are not too shabby either. Manchester United are currently 14th. That's interesting to know. Maybe we should snap up Paul Pogba from them. Don't think that's going to happen. And here we go, the Manchester City lineup for the game against Tottenham. Obviously my strongest possible team. David Silva still wearing that captain's armband. Probably for the last time in his Manchester City career. Like, Pep is ruthless. David Silva has played well, and he's done his job. He's a solid player, a solid servant, but Pep has said enough is enough. We can improve on that position, so I'm going to do so. This is a Tottenham lineup. Looks very strong. Kane, Eriksen, everyone's playing. Heung-min Son as well, I saw in there. Sissoko, Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Solid Belgian partnership. Hopefully De Bruyne can unlock them. And we're underway here. Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur. It's a big and interesting game. We've got Antoine Griezmann, who tries to surprise Lloris, but he's equal to it. Kevin De Bruyne whips one in, and the chance is gone. Leroy Sané looking for Aguero against Jan Vertonghen. Aguero does well. Uses his agility to get past the man. Sané into David Silva. David Silva looking for Gundogan. And once again, Tottenham back in position. Mauricio Pochettino has drilled his men well to close down the gaps and not allow any space. Wanyama and Eric Dyer forming a solid partnership. Aguero has found the space to pull the trigger though, and Lloris pulls off his second save of the game rather. What's that? Who's injured? It's Raheem Sterling. Something has happened to Sterling off the ball. I didn't see it. So that, unfortunately, marks the end of the game for Raheem Sterling. Kelechi Iheanacho is going to come on. I could bring on Nolito, but Iheanacho just has more pace down that right mid, and you need a bit of pace down there. Nolito, obviously, is also on his way out. Not good news, but then again, we're bringing in someone for the winger position, so maybe, just maybe, we got let off there. That being said, I hope Raheem as well. I intended to replace Leroy Sané from the starting 11 and not Raheem Sterling. Leroy Sané looking for Griezmann. Griezmann into Aguero. This is the chance. It's Kevin De Bruyne against Hugo Lloris. He chips him. Lloris gets a hand to it, I thought. Fantastic save by the French goalie, and once again proving why he's one of the best goalkeepers in this league. He's done so well. Gundogan now tries to turn and shoot. Doesn't quite work out. Sergio Aguero is going to not pull the trigger. We're going into half-time. Currently at 0-0. It's been utter domination by Manchester City, but only one shot on target. Lloris has been tested a few times, and he's done well. Second half is ours, boys. Oh, it's well played by Tottenham. There's a chance he's going to turn and find a shot. What is he waiting for? He tried to backheel, but Joe Hart is there to make the save. It's been a tough game. We're in the 90th minute injury time, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to win this or nick this. It's been too defensive. Like, Tottenham have defended really well, but they haven't really put numbers forward. So they went for the draw, I think, and they got what they wanted. That being said, a draw against Tottenham is not the worst result in the world. There you can see the stats. You saw the stats at half-time. Nothing happened in that second half. But if I do have to give man of the match, and I have to, it's going to go to one of the defenders. And the one who got the most tackles, well, all three of them got one tackle. Let's take a look at their stats in depth. The dribbles, 5 out of 6 for Otamendi, 9 out of 10 passes. I think it's Nicolas Otamendi who gets man of the match. Now, obviously, now we can pay what Chelsea ask for Eden Hazard. I'm going to bump it up by 10 million, 70 million plus David Silva. I need this offer to come in as soon as possible, as Claudio Bravo is about to leave the club, so I'm going to have to rebid for Riyad Mahrez as well. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, let's calm it down for a second. Everyone has accepted the contract. No, the bid I put in. I'm sorry, wait, calm down. Right, this is what happened. Chelsea wanted so much for Eden Hazard that I offered them 80 million plus David Silva, and I decided, why not see what Barcelona say about that when I offered the same amount for Neymar. Well, Neymar I offered 100 million, but 80 million for Lionel Messi and David Silva. Obviously, I'm not going to go for Eden Hazard if these two are around the same price range. Very, very, very interesting. Alexis Sanchez has offered the first contract I've offered him, so that's relatively cheap. He wanted 275,000, he accepted 220,000, but this is my vote for you guys. You are going to decide what happens next. Lionel Messi, Neymar, or Eden Hazard. One of the three is joining us, and then potentially after that, I'm going to add either Alexis Sanchez or Riyad Mahrez to the bench. Actually, I'm going to let you vote for that as well. It's simple. The vote is between Hazard, Messi, and Neymar, and the second vote is between Alexis Sanchez and Mahrez. And the two most popular options is what I'm going to go for. I didn't know we had it in us to actually go for them. Claudio Bravo has now been sold, so I'm going to have to rebid for Mahrez anyways. That being said, what a bit of transfer business this could be. I'm going to let you guys decide, and that's exactly where I'm going to cut the episode, not going any further. I hope you enjoyed. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to vote top right, and I'll see you all later.